Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome back to our channel once again. The nation is still very angry. The nation Kenya is very bitter. The death of Albert Ojwang has ignited the rage against William Ruto's government. And today I expected the president to address the nation. But William Ruto did not do that. Instead, he issued a statement. I've gone through that statement. Maybe we need to dissect it. But for me, I'm disappointed because I expected heads to roll. But based on William Ruto's statement, I doubt if heads will be rolling. I'm coming back with that analysis. But in this video, I want us to talk about something which is also very clear. William Ruto's blunders that are actually haunting Raila Odinga. Because you all know that Raila Odinga entered into some working arrangement with William Ruto. And let's face the reality. Raila Odinga needs to be told, at least someone bold enough should face Raila Odinga and tell Raila Odinga that his legacy, which he built over the years, is being destroyed by working with William Samoei Arap Ruto. Because let's face it, William Ruto is William Ruto. He can never change. If Raila Odinga had hoped that he was going to change William Ruto, he must rethink that strategy. Yesterday, someone called me, a member of this platform, and he expressed his disappointment. He told me that he has always supported Raila Odinga since 90s. And that if elections were held today and there are only two candidates, Raila Odinga and whoever, he can never vote for Raila Odinga again. And even on this platform, there are so many people I know who are Raila Odinga's diehards. Today, if you tell them about Raila Odinga, they're actually disappointed. Ladies and gentlemen, in this video, I want us to look at the blunders which William Ruto are making and are destroying Raila Odinga slowly. Because let's face it, and this is the truth, if Raila Odinga had not entered into some kind of arrangement with William Ruto, probably Raila Odinga would be the most popular politician in the Republic of Kenya today. I'm 100% sure that if that had happened, Rigathi Gachagua probably would still be the deputy president of the Republic of Kenya. And the fact is, Mount Kenya would have still moved away from William Ruto's government. And the mountain would have still, in 2027, voted overwhelmingly for Raila Odinga if he contested in 2027. But since Raila Odinga entered into this arrangement with William Ruto, his popularity has gone down. His legacy is no longer there. In fact, I even doubt if Raila Odinga can actually run for the presidency of the Republic of Kenya and garner the kind of support he garnered in the last election. And for me, that is attributed to this broad-based government. Before I explain to you some of the blunders which William Ruto is causing, in case you're watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, the first blunder which William Ruto is still making is these abductions. One of the reasons why most Kenyans, especially the reform-oriented Kenyans, supported William Ruto in the last election, because even the civil society dumped Uhuru Kenyatta and supported William Ruto in the last election, was because of abductions, the River Yala. But William Ruto, up to today, 159 people in 1,000 days have lost their lives, mostly through what can be called political assassinations. At some point, Raila Odinga actually requested William Ruto to stop these abductions of young Kenyans.
The issue of abductions of innocent people, this is a primitive thing. And it is something that is very strange. You cannot live in a country where people disappear or people are abducted for no other reason and kept incommunicado for a long time. That shows that there is no government. The government must take this matter seriously. And this thing must end completely. People have been abducted. Families have been left in pain. Many parents have been crying. Our child was abducted the other day, and by some people who were uniformed, and you have never seen this child up to now.
Hatutaki kuona dhambi ikiruka inaenda mwaka mpya. Bado vijana wetu wote wawe salama. Nimemwambia rafiki yangu huyu Ruto, ile mambo ya vijana kushika hovyo na kupigwa pingo na kuwekwa mahali na kuteswa ikome kabisa. Isiendelee. Wale ambao wanafanya mambo kama haya washikwe, wanaswe na wawekwe ndani.
Na yale yamesemekana mambo ya abduction tutakomesha, ndio vijana wa Kenya waweze kuishi kwa amani, na vile vile wawe na nidhamu na wawe wangwana, tuweze kujenga Kenya tukiwa pamoja. Tumekubaliana? Nataka niulize wazazi, kila mzazi tafadhali, hawa watoto ni baraka kwetu, tumepatiwa na Mwenyezi Mungu. Kila mzazi achunge watoto wake, tuweke kushughulikia watoto wetu. Sisi kama serikali tutafanya sehemu yetu.
The truth is, William Ruto promised Kenyans that they will never witness abductions. But we are still witnessing abductions in the Republic of Kenya. And this is making Kenyans very angry with William Ruto. And because Raila Odinga is working with William Ruto, the anger is also being directed at Raila Odinga. I don't know what William Ruto can do to stop these abductions. Because clearly, just like Rigathi Gachagua was suggesting, maybe there's a special squad which has been formed to ensure that William Ruto is re-elected. And they are trying to suppress any voice. So the issues of abductions is making Raila Odinga lose his legacy. Because Raila Odinga's legacy has always been about change. That change cannot be found anywhere near abductions. That's number one. The second mistake which William Ruto is committing is the basic thing of the rule of law. And just like I was trying to explain to you guys, you see, Raila Odinga has always contested for the presidency, has always branded himself as a reformist. Now we have Raila Odinga, the reformist, working with William Ruto, who is not known for any reforms. In fact, in the last election, the main reason why Raila Odinga picked on Martha Karua was because Raila Odinga wanted his ticket to be reform-oriented. After working with Uhuru Kenyatta for some time, Raila Odinga lost that kind of reform credentials. And he wanted to run on that reform credentials. Because Ruto had picked Rigathi Gachagua, another former DO, with no known reform credentials. So Raila wanted to run as a reform-oriented candidate. What we are witnessing today in this republic has nothing to do with reforms. People are being abducted. I mean, things are just done outside the law. And because of that, Raila is carrying that burden. Number three, and this is the biggest blunder William Ruto is committing, and is still committing, overlooking the youth factor in Kenyan politics. The Gen Z protest in the last election, the Gen Z protest last year ought to have taught William Ruto a lesson or two. I want to ask you, do you think William Ruto learned anything from the last Gen Z protest? For me, William Ruto did not learn any single thing. He continues to ignore the cries of the young people. What the young people of this republic needed was someone to sell hope to them. For a long time, and this is the reason why young people used to call Raila Odinga Baba, is because Raila Odinga used to sell hope to them. As we speak, nothing in the name of the youths. You talk of the tax, the people affected the most are the young people. Let's take the case, for example, of what we call the digital content creators. Most young people, and I know some of them, there's one I know here in Kisumu who just started dancing around on TikTok, blah, blah. I never see him driving. Now, these are people the government has refused to employ. Some of them have gone through college. Then these guys saw an opportunity that we can dance on TikTok, we can start attracting brands here, brands there. Then you want now to impose tax on these people. Do you think they're happy? Because, for example, if you impose tax, let's say of someone who is getting 50,000, then you say, now because you are dancing and TikTok is paying you, or maybe Facebook, we are taxing this amount of money. They're not happy. Because if you look at other countries, what happens is that they negotiate with, for example, Facebook, and those taxes are removed for them. The truth is, today, anybody earning money, for example, let's say YouTube or even TikTok, there's a percentage which is very huge, which is left on the other side. So when you get the small portion, then it comes here, they also take some. And there's nothing. They don't provide free internet. They don't, currently the biggest things they're targeting is affecting the young people. The young people cannot even go to college. It has become very expensive. So that youth factor, these guys are very angry. I'm trying to understand why they're a bit silent on this finance bill. And that's something which should worry William Ruto. Because for me, I think these guys have said, okay, last time we protested, you didn't listen. This time, we are not going to protest. We are waiting for you. And that should be something which should worry William Ruto. Why the young people are no longer excited about this finance bill. And lastly, we are in a country where the young population are educated. These young people know that a member of parliament earns this much. Even if they're doing other businesses, they know. And they know that from that salary, there's no way a member of parliament can spend 10 million in a week in the name of Harambee. Then, every weekend, we see our politician, Kenya Kwanza, going for a Harambee, using choppers. I mean, the young people are not happy. Because those are all tactics that worked for our fathers, for our grandfathers. Because during that time, there was this idea of Harambee, which was so effective. In the village, someone, just a single candidate would qualify for university. People would contribute money. Right now, what they expect is an enabling environment. Provide them with the tools, and then they'll do other things. When it comes to development, you don't need to conduct Harambe to empower women. What you need to do is provide them with enabling environment, waiver things for them, make funds available to them so that they can go to bank and get 10,000 instead of stealing in the name of giving the women. And these are making our Kenyan youths very angry. And that anger, they're actually extending to one man, Raila Odinga. And because of those blunders, Raila Odinga is currently very unpopular amongst the Kenyan youth. Someone needs to tell him that. Until next time, this is Makwiny. Bye-bye.